Hello everyone, I'm Anuj Jaggi and this is the second video on the topic of anatomy of administrative power under the administrative law and the I'll be continuing this topic in this video and where we left off was the various characteristics, and I also talked about the case of Prentice versus Atlantis coastline and the various characteristics of the legislation, which were the generality, prospectivity, public interest, rights and obligations also flow from it, etc. So and then I left off where there I talked about the institutional test and the applicability test. So further moving ahead, if an order is legislative, it has to be published in a certain manner. Not true for administrative function. The court cannot issue a writ against legislative order, but can do so against an administrative order as well. Legislative power cannot be subdelegated except exceptional circumstances, while administrative powers can always be subdelegated. The duty to give reason applies to administrative order and not to legislative act only. Therefore, an act of parliament is legislative function, while an order of deputation is administrative only. In the case of Blackpool Corporation versus Locker in 1948, under the Defence Regulations of 1939, the Minister of Health, by a circular, delegated the requisitioning power, and which is the official order laying claim to use of the property. One of the conditions was that there should be no requisitioning of furniture. The condition was violated when A's house was requisitioned, and the question was whether the instructions in the circular were legislative, restricting the delegative power, or merely administrative directions as to how the power should be further exercised. The Court of Appeal held that the conditions were legislative in character and must be complied with. As it was not done, the requisition was not valid. Lewisham Metropolitan Borough and Town Clerk versus Roberts, the power to requisition a part of a particular house was delegated to a local authority. The Court of Appeal held that it to be an administrative act. The various characteristics of judicial function can be the presentation of their case by the parties to the dispute, and further, if the dispute is regarding a question of fact, then the ascertainment of the fact by presenting of evidences only. If the dispute is regarding question of law, then the submission of legal arguments is mandatory. A decision which disposes of the whole matter by finding upon the facts in the dispute and an application of law of the land to the facts so found, or a ruling upon the any question of the law. So the quasi-judicial functions can be firstly, quasi means not exactly, and an authority is called quasi-judicial when it has some attributes or judicial functions but not all the functions. Judicial and the judicial and quasi-judicial functions difference can be: a quasi-judicial authority has some sort of authorities of court but not all of them, but it acts judicially. A list inter partes is an essential feature of judicial function, but this may not be true for quasi-judicial. A court is bound by the rules of evidence and procedure, while a quasi-judicial body is not bound by it. A court is bound by precedent. A quasi-judicial is not. So this was the difference between judicial and quasi-judicial functions. So lastly there was administrative functions features, which are there are numerous features of this, and firstly there was an administrative order is generally based on the government policy. Further, in administrative decisions there is no legal obligation to adopt a judicial approach, and an administrative authority is not bound by the rules of the rules of evidence. Sorry. An administrative authority, as it was, is not bound by the rules of evidence. The administrative authority can take a decision in absence of a statutory provision, provided if such kind of decision does not contravene the law. And further, administrative functions may be delegated and subdelegated, and also an administrative authority is not always bound by the principles of natural justice, and therefore writs of mandamus and quo warranto are applicable against administrative order, while prohibition and certiorari is available against quasi judicial bodies. So this was the concept of anatomy of administrative action under the administrative law, and I hope I was able to explain the topic or the concept in brief, also with adding the case laws. So thank you.